Are we good? Are we in this thing? I think we are. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss P. I hope that you are doing fabulous, darling. I am doing well, and I'm here to do, I can't believe it, season 9. I don't know if I've done all of the seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think I have. Now, don't hold me to that. I don't know if I've done since season 1, but either way, I can't believe it's been like 9 seasons of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I can't believe I reviewed this long. Make sure to go ahead and like this video. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on all of my social media outlets at Miss TP90. And this is reunion part number 4, and I'm glad, not 4. It's reunion part number 4. I'm actually glad because, baby, after seeing this episode last night, I need some time. I need some space. Phaedra, Parks. I know some Phaedras in my life. I've met some Phaedras in my life, and they can be men and female. I've met them in my life who they always just go all around the world, can't tell you exactly what you want to hear, especially if they the ones that said it. Like, you got to be real careful of them type of people. Them type of people, they lie, they can be fraudulent. I mean, it's a list of adjectives that go under them, okay? So I've met plenty of Phaedras. Like, and even throughout this episode, she didn't really seem remorseful at all. Like, even her apology was kind of like, what else can I do? Phaedra was the one who told Portia that Candy and Todd wanted to drug her. And he was like, so Phaedra, what do you have to say about that? She was like, I mean, it's not true. Everybody was like, what? First of all, why you taking 800 breaths and 800 pauses and not even saying nothing, okay? And you're an attorney, boo-boo. You speak on other people's behalf for a living. Maybe you can't speak on your own behalf. I don't know. But that is real. And that looked real suspect to me. Like, what you got to say, boo? I mean, you the deer. We're the headlights. What you got to say? Portia then tries to piggyback a little bit and go, well, you know what, Candy, I remember I asked you and you said y'all didn't do it, so I let it go. Of course, I love that they do playback in times like this. That's not how it rolls, pumpkin pie, especially for something like drugs and rape. You don't just throw that out there. Either way, hush for a second, Portia. Let's go back on to Phaedra. She was like, well, something was brought to me and I repeated it to Portia. Ooh. Got it, Laquita from Martin. I get it. So Portia was under the impression that Candy had told Phaedra that point blank to her face. Yep, I'm gonna get her. At that point, Candy was like, the lies! Candy was getting loud. That voice is starting to shake. Them eyes are starting to water. It was about to be on and popping. Then out of nowhere, Portia started crying. I'm sitting here like, how in the world do you just break out of there? Cry. Calm down. Let it bubble. Like I was like, oh man, shut the fuck up. Even Kiki was like, where are the tears? At first, I was kind of like them, like, ma'am, where are the tears at, boo-boo? Like, you ain't just gonna start. No. Where the emotion? Cynthia the whole time, we're like, oh shit. Oh, I'm glad I'm on the end so I can see everything. Portia was hiccup crying at that point, looking at Phaedra. Girl, tell me. Tell me. They all looking at Phaedra like, ma'am. Hey, can you see us? What did you say? Child, Phaedra was just as mute. They did a playback talking about the millions of opportunities she had to talk about, ooh, I was the one who said it. Like, you had plenty opportunities, bruh. Plenty. You could have told little Aiden and Mr. President on the side, and they at least would have showed it. Like, you had opportunity. Phaedra, this is when you really, okay, first of all, you were looking messy all season, but this was a dusty messy. You know how some people, they just messy. This one, you was dusty and you messy put together. The whole time, Phaedra just sitting there like, oh, dude, off of Get Out in the sunken place. Like, just chilling. If you haven't seen Get Out, you don't know what I'm talking about, but you need to see Get Out. But anyway, she just sitting there like, huh? Everybody looking at her like, Biff, we're talking to you. And he was finally like, Biff, explain yourself. Like, what's going on? She was like, you know what? I don't remember. Biff, how the hell do you not remember saying that somebody had drugged somebody? Like, how do you not remember that? Like, that, I don't, I say this again, drugs and rape and things of that nature it's like a box in the sky that you don't play with. Like, there's a bunch of other shit you can play with in the world, but that, you don't play with those type of topics. You don't. By this time, Candy was crying so bad it was just running down, going betwixt the titties. Like, she was, oh my God, Candy was pissed. I forgot what Portia when she be crying. She just dramatic anyway. She was like, hold up. I mean, she broke out of that emotional spell. She was like, look, first of all, you ain't gonna be lying on me, okay? I don't need no receipts, and I don't be lying. I was like, well, hold on. During this season, you was lying a couple times. You got caught with your hand in the cookie jar. I didn't take no cookie. Yes, you did. You got caught a couple times, Portia. You did. But I see what you mean. Don't be lying on me about something I said. I get what you saying there, but don't say you don't lie, because you did. We got you. Even Phaedra was looking like, oh shit. I was like, yes, Portia, go ahead and get her. And by that time, Ty was like, yeah, get her. I felt the same way. I was like, get her, girl, get her. Everybody was looking at Portia, but then after a minute, they were like, hold up. We get that you trying to get her. You want to clear that you, oh my God, I can't believe it. But you was believing the story too. I was like, yeah, that's true. If somebody gonna say that they heard through the grapevine that you were gonna drug me or what, and I've been around you or I've hung out with you, child, I'm gonna ask you straight to the source. Like, I ain't gonna wait for a reunion to talk about this type of stuff. Like, you went along with it, pumpkin. I'm sorry you gotta call a thing a thing. You are guilty by association. Murder was the case that they gave you. Okay, not really, but you get what I'm saying. Phaedra, by this time, I was sitting there looking at her like, ma'am, I'm gonna need you to do something. I'm gonna need you to go to Walgreens or CVS around the corner, buy everybody some Sour Patch Kids and some cupcakes. I don't know what you have to do, but you need to get it together. Set up, boo. You set your friend up because you were mad at your ex-friend. And that's messy as hell. The worst part is they very grown. Like, they grown. Like, they not in my age bracket. Like, I'm in the mid-20s section. Like, no, I don't even do that shit. Like, ugh, that's some teen high school shit, okay? And even then, you don't need to be lying on folk, but talking about, I heard it and I repeated it. But why would you repeat that, though? Especially if you've been friends with them for so long and you know them. Like, why would you repeat that type of stuff? Some stuff you don't have to repeat. I know some Phaedras. I'm trying to tell you. And there's certain stuff you just can't say. You can't do certain things around them because they'll take it and they run with it, okay? And that's not healthy. And can you imagine what's going on in them type of people head? Them the type of people who slash your tires and say, girl, I don't know what happened while they putting the knife back in their purse. I don't know, girl. Them the type of people that tell people that you on vacation and they tell them your address and what you got in your house. Them the type of people, like, you gotta be real careful. At this point, Candy was so pissed she had to walk off. Ooh! She had to walk. Now, you know when Candy do that? Oh my God, she needed a little straight jacket because even Tom was like, oh shit, his little jacket was moving. Everybody had to get off set. Even Andy was like, oh shit. Oh my God, you guys, we need to take a break. And I'm sitting there like, you think? Shamia goes to see Portia on the set and she was like, you know what? I don't want to talk about this, but I'm not even trying to say I told you so. She was like, girl, just be present, girl. Just be present. Matter of fact, get the fuck out of my face. That's what she wanted to say. And I'm even looking at Shamia like, this isn't the time nor the place, and you're not going to be on the next segment, so just... But even when Portia was like, just be here, girl, I was like, no, but that's the truth, though. Like, she ain't gonna say I told you so, but, man, I told your ass to be careful. We told you. Comes her sister. Her sister starts to console her, but then she was like, Ben, what happened? And when Portia told her what happened, she was even looking like, arr. Meanwhile, throughout all of this, Phaedra is getting her hair curled, not bothered by not nah. I don't know how to, you don't know nah? Not nah thing. She just getting her hair curled, having a smoothie. Child, I think she even went to Papa though. Like, I don't know. Everybody is in there with Candy Cane. Aside from Kenya Moore. She on the phone with Brandon. Child, I didn't care what they were talking about. But basically, they're like, yeah, we tried to tell Portia she was the pawn through this whole thing. Phaedra was a lie. Andy comes in there and Candy was like, so what are you thinking about this, Andy? And he was like, about what? She was like, what the? Oh. I was even looking at Andy like, I know you're trying to stay neutral, but bruh. He was like, yeah, that's pretty messed up. Like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that. I was like, yeah, exactly. He even talks to Portia. And Portia was like, I feel set up. And he was like, yeah, babe, you were set up. Anyway, time to get back on the couch. Before they get back on the couch, Phaedra goes to see Portia. She was like, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say, but I'm sorry. I shouldn't have repeated it. I'm sorry. I'm like, yes, you are sorry. Literally, sorry. I didn't know if it was true or not, but I repeated it and I'm sorry. First of all, if you don't know if something is true or not, shut the hell up. There you go. That's it. As an attorney, you should know that shit. You get all the evidence first. Portia was like, but here's my kicker. Why would I say this on TV? Like, why would I put myself in this situation? Phaedra was like, I'm sorry. I said I was sorry. Portia was like, you know what, bro? Get out. Go on, get gone. I can't. I gotta process this. I'm looking silly. I'm looking stupid. Yes, you are. Both of y'all. Freaking frat. Literally. Stupid. We're back on the couch. Andy was like, and Shamia had to go. Well, we let Shamia go. Go home, Roger. Bye. The question was asked to Phaedra. When were you going to stop the madness since you had all these opportunities? I'm sorry. Everybody was like, oh, no, that's not the answer we're looking for. I'm sorry? Like, no, you can't change the inflection of your voice. What else do you have? What was your motive? You know what? Candy said something great. She was like, we would have never known if it wasn't brought up. The truth. Phaedra had all these chances. Candy brings it up and she was like, yo, like, Portia, why in the world would I be going back to Phaedra to vouch for me while we were in Hawaii, telling her I wouldn't do no stuff like that? Like, why would I do that? And then the wheels were turning in Portia's head like, yeah, man, why would she? I was like, Portia, no, the wheel should have been spinning there. And at this point, Phaedra was jumping around so much, child, thought she was the Easter Bunny, okay? She just could not get her story together. For her to be an attorney, she's a damn bad one. Like, I don't know what, Child the Marvin thing. That was Phaedra too. I'm like, damn, Gina. Portia ended up apologizing. And Candy was like, oh, okay. Phaedra's apology was so womp. I'm not even going to repeat what I thought I heard because it made no sense. It was kind of like, well, I'm sorry I repeated it. I'm going to go get me a fish plate. And, you know, y'all could come to church with me on Sunday. But I'm sorry. It was like, what the hell? I don't even know why they did a segment about Candy and Phaedra, like a wrap-up for them, because it really made no sense after everything that happened. But the Johnny and Candy Cane saga has gone up to $168,000 in fees. And, oh, child, just messy. And even that with Phaedra was messy. Like, ma'am, you can't get around that. You can't say, well, I'm an attorney, he wanted me to help him. No. There was a motive behind that, sweet. Andy was like, do you wish you wouldn't have gone to the meetings? Crickets. No, her ass intentionally went to the meetings to prove a point that she didn't give a shit. And she wanted the shit to go down. Ooh, when Candy said, now, girl, I really don't want to run you all the way down to the ground, but I could. I was like, well, oh, where's the bombs at? They asked about Mr. Chocolate. And she was like, well, there was a man there that was encouraging me at that time to put the chocolate in my mouth. No. It was just a man. I'd never seen him. We only text. I was like, that's not making sense. I'm sorry. It's fine. I would certainly hope you wouldn't lie on your own box, but being that you lie, I don't know. I can't. There's no hope for their friendship. Andy was like, shit, I was gonna ask, was there any hope? Hell no. I ain't no hope for the future. Andy said, any last words, Phaedra? Phaedra was like, well, I'm most concerned about Portia. Everybody was like, damn, Gina, we give you time to redeem yourself. You've had all of this time. You couldn't come up with nothing else? Your own agenda. I don't even know if Christ himself can fix that. She gonna have to fast for a year, maybe 3 years of just water. Well, no. You can't. I'm horrible. Portia's last words were, look, at the end of the day, just leave me out of all bullshit. I'm trying to move forward, and I'm just gonna have a force field of Portia. Everybody was like, okay. Candy was like, I feel vindicated but disappointed. And that's understandable. Child, that's a mess. All of them have their brands and things that they're doing, and people calling them Bill Cosby on social media. Like, that's messy. And people are messy as hell. Anyway, they will find something to say. Anytime, anywhere, any place. Yes, Cynthia, you better be looking bomb at 50 years old, okay? Putting all them bitches to rest. But anyway, I really thought that Cynthia had some wonderful points throughout the night. I mean, I was like, yes, Cynthia. I agree, Cynthia. Yes, Cynthia. I don't feel that there's going to ever be a relationship between Candy Cane and Phaedra Parks ever again. Now, as far as Portia and Phaedra, child, I don't know. But down below in the comment section, I would love to know, what did you think about this reunion? Part number 4, it has been my pleasure reviewing this season and chatting with you guys. I really appreciate all the love, all of the support, and I will see you on the next video. Peace, love, and war. That good stuff. God bless.